Good morning and welcome to week 7. Remember, before you move on to week 7, finish up the work for week 6. You're going to need to finish your research question or questions. Remember, this is going to target what you're hoping to prove coming up in projects 2 and 3 on your topic. So, kind of what has the research that you've done so far pinpointed in terms of your future research, both primary and secondary, and then invert those questions into a statement to become your working thesis statement. Again, these are all in working form. You're not tied to them. It may change, probably will change. Also, don't forget to finish discussion forum number 3, where you're going to use the information in chapter 9 to help you create a definition argument, and then you're going to respond to one student's definition argument by answering the questions that are posted in the directions. Moving on to week 7, you are going to finish up chapter 15, finish up in the sense that this is the last chapter you're going to need to read for test number 2, and you can review the Prezi. You will then move on to going into the review information for the week. It's taking a while for it to get there. I apologize. Probably should have back arrowed. Let's try that. There we go. You're going to look at the video presentation number 2 information. That will allow you to understand what the rubric is. Again, because I don't expect you to be a videographer by the end of the semester, the content is going to be the most important part, but the video presentation itself is going to be based on a brief trailer of information on your research topic. So you're going to entice your fellow classmates to be interested in later reading your research paper. So what you're going to do is create a 2-minute but no longer than 7-minute video. You can use any video editing program that you want to basically outline your topic, your thesis, some of your evidence, and obviously an acknowledgement and brief refutation of the opposition's main points. You'll create this video that provides a little bit of closure, but probably doesn't give away your final ideas on your topic. Now, that might seem a little bit confusing, but there's a playlist of sample videos made by previous students so that you can get a general idea. There's a variety of different approaches that you can take, but as always, please feel free to ask questions if you have them about this assignment. Now, the assignment itself is not due until after break, but I want you to start thinking about it because video editing does take some time. There's a study guide for test number 2, and you can see that test number 2 is down here to do by the end of the week on Sunday. There are editorials also provided for you. These editorials are embedded in the essay question, but often I've had students who have trouble opening them and toggling back and forth between 2 tabs. So I've given you the option of opening them outside of the test and printing them or whatever is comfortable for you so that you don't have to move back and forth. And then be able to maybe read them, decide on which one that you're going to use for your response to test number 2 ahead of even opening test number 2. So that's an option for you, but you can do it either way. I've given you the information on the primary research analysis assignment. Now, we're going to be working on this towards the end of the semester. As you'll notice, the dates are later in March, but you're going to start one method this week by doing a discussion forum, creating a survey on your topic, distributing that survey to as many people as you can. You'll post it in Moodle, but also I encourage you to post your survey on a social media site or send it via email or text to other people so that you can get more responses. Ultimately, you'll write up your methods and you'll write up some data analysis with results, limitations, and discussion. But the data that you collect in this survey may, in fact, be data data that you decide to use later in the semester. So for that reason, I want you to just basically understand what the purpose of doing discussion number 4 is and where it will ultimately go as we get closer to the end of the semester. Now, the discussion forum for explanation helps you create a survey. It's a screencast just like the one I'm making right now, but it helps you create a survey using Google Forms. I encourage you to use Google Forms only because, one, you have access to it through Google Drive, through our webmail, but also because it's unlimited in the number of responses that you can get. If you use things like SurveyMonkey or other free online survey services, often they will limit you for the free services to something like 100 responses. And even if you get 200 plus responses, you won't be able to access them. So again, I encourage you to do that. Now, what's going to happen in discussion forum number 4 is you will post your 10-question survey, the link to it, and you'll complete 5 classmate surveys and post a Word document or screenshots with the surveys. You have a couple of ways you can do this. You can put all of your survey responses, not responses. What I'm encouraging you to do is open your classmate survey and take the screenshot right then, because sometimes you don't really want your entire class to know how you've responded to the surveys. So you can take the 5 screenshots of the opening page of those surveys and post that one document. So you've posted your link, you open up a new discussion topic, and you post all of your surveys. Or you can post your link, and then as you see various links coming up of your classmate surveys, you can simply respond with a screenshot or a Word document with a screenshot that indicates that you've taken their survey. And again, most students feel comfortable taking a screenshot prior to answering the questions to the survey. So you can do it either way. If you have questions about this process, let me know. But ultimately, those are your tasks for the week. Finish up week 6, move on to week 7. I realize break starts on Saturday morning, but I'm encouraging you to get the work done ahead of time so you can fully enjoy your break, and I encourage you to enjoy your break. If you have questions about this work or the work for the week that's ending, don't hesitate to ask.